You know that woman who walks into a room wearing something unbelievably simple and somehow still becomes the person everyone notices? No loud colors, no over-the-top styling, no desperate attempt to stand out, yet there's something about her that feels incredibly put together. That woman is Jennifer Aniston, and here's what makes her fascinating. For more than 3 decades, while Hollywood constantly reinvented itself, Jennifer barely changed anything. She didn't chase trends. She didn't suddenly become louder with fashion. Instead, she quietly mastered a formula that made her look timeless. At 57, she may honestly be one of the most consistently stylish women in Hollywood. And, surprisingly, her approach is built on repetition. The same neutrals, the same denim, the same effortless staples worn over and over again. She tailors basic t-shirts, repeats favorite outfits without apology, and somehow turns jeans and a white top into something more polished than outfits worth thousands. Today, we're breaking down the 5 style rules Jennifer Aniston has followed for years. And rule number 5 completely changes the way you think about getting dressed every morning. Number 1, build your wardrobe around neutrals and stop questioning the decision. This is, without question, the foundation of Jennifer Aniston's entire aesthetic. Spend even 10 minutes looking through photographs of her from the early days of Friends all the way to now. And one thing becomes impossible to ignore. Her color palette has barely changed. Black, white, cream, camel, olive, soft gray. That's essentially the language she speaks through clothing. And I know for some people that may sound repetitive, maybe even limiting, but I'd argue it does exactly the opposite. It creates freedom. In your wardrobe belongs to the same tonal family. Getting dressed becomes remarkably easy. Pieces naturally complement each other. Nothing feels chaotic. Nothing competes for attention. Instead, your eye begins to notice what actually matters. The tailoring, the fabric, the way something moves as you walk. So many women own beautiful clothing individually, yet struggle to make everything feel cohesive together. Jennifer approaches it differently. Rather than chasing endless variety, she narrows her focus and puts that energy into refinement. And the result speaks for itself. Whether she's attending a premiere or stepping out for coffee, there's an undeniable sense of polish about her. It feels intentional without ever feeling forced. If you're wondering where to begin, start paying attention to the neutral shades that naturally brighten your face. For Jennifer, warm camel tones and creamy whites work beautifully with her complexion. For you, cooler grays, navy, or soft ivory, let those become your foundation. Number 2, treat your basics like luxury pieces. This part of Jennifer's philosophy genuinely surprised me when I first learned about it. She has mentioned more than once that she actually tailors her t-shirts. Pause for a moment and really think about that. A woman with access to every designer wardrobe imaginable still takes an ordinary white tee to be altered because she understands something most people overlook. Fit changes everything. And honestly, I think there's something incredibly revealing about that mindset. We've been conditioned to believe style lives in statement pieces. The dramatic coat, the expensive handbag, the dress everyone notices. But Jennifer quietly redirects the spotlight onto something far more important: the everyday essentials. A perfectly cut white t-shirt, a sleek tank, a crisp button-down shirt. These aren't afterthoughts in her wardrobe. They are the stars of the show. And instead of treating basics like something temporary or forgettable, she invests real attention into them. She understands that the clothes you wear most often deserve the most care. Because when your foundations are strong, everything else becomes effortless. And stay with me until number 5, because this idea of respecting the ordinary eventually leads into something much deeper. Something that has less to do with fashion and far more to do with self-worth. Number 3, find the silhouette that feels like you and return to it unapologetically. For Jennifer Aniston, that silhouette has almost always involved denim. Honestly, few women have worn jeans as consistently or as well as she has. There were years she embraced bootcut denim long after fashion had declared it outdated. When straight leg styles returned, she naturally leaned into those too. More recently, we've seen her in tailored cigarette cuts and relaxed wide leg fits. But here's the detail that matters. She never appears to be chasing trends. Jennifer understands her proportions. She knows what flatters her shape, what makes her feel confident, and she moves within those boundaries instead of abandoning them every season. Most of us see a trend and immediately wonder, should I be wearing this? Jennifer seems to ask an entirely different question. Does this feel like me? And if the answer is no, she simply moves on. There's something deeply reassuring about that, because personal style isn't supposed to feel like a costume. It should feel like recognition, like coming home to yourself. Maybe denim is your signature too. Or maybe it's a fluid trouser that instantly changes your posture. It's a certain neckline or a midi skirt that somehow makes you feel entirely yourself the second you put it on. Number 4, wear what you love repeatedly and let go of the pressure to constantly reinvent yourself. This may be Jennifer Aniston's most underrated style lesson, and it's the one we need the most. Because if you pay attention, she repeats outfits constantly. The same black blazer, the same white t-shirt, the same gold jewelry, the same effortless denim, again and again and again, and somehow she never looks predictable. In fact, year after year, she continues to appear on best dressed lists while wearing what is essentially a deeply edited, highly familiar wardrobe. And I think that says something important. We've been taught to believe that style means constant novelty, that looking fashionable requires buying more, updating more, changing more. There's this quiet pressure to avoid repeating ourselves, as though wearing the same favorite outfit twice in 1 week somehow signals failure. But Jennifer completely dismantles that idea. She proves that real style isn't about endless newness. And number 5, dress in a way that reflects your self-respect, not your age. This, for me, is where everything comes together. And I really want you to sit with this for a moment. Jennifer Aniston, now in her 50s, carries herself with the ease of someone who has stopped negotiating with herself. She isn't trying to dress younger. She isn't desperately reaching for relevance. And she certainly isn't hiding herself either. Instead, she dresses like someone who genuinely believes she deserves care. Every fitted blazer, every perfectly worn-in jean, every soft neutral knit feels connected to something deeper. A quiet message that says, I matter enough to put effort into how I feel. And honestly, I think that energy is what people respond to most. It's never only about the clothing, it's about the relationship a woman has with herself. The wardrobe simply becomes evidence of that relationship. And somewhere along the way, many women lose touch with this idea. We begin choosing clothes that hide us rather than express us. We start believing style belongs to younger women, thinner women, wealthier women, and none of those beliefs actually hold up under scrutiny. Jennifer has never tried to become someone else every few years just to stay culturally relevant. She hasn't dramatically reinvented herself every season. Instead, she has refined, edited, simplified, and continued showing up in pieces that feel unmistakably authentic to who she is. That steadiness, I think that's the real lesson. All right, everyone, that wraps up today's conversation on Jennifer Aniston's 5 timeless style principles. I hope something here stayed with you, or reminded you of something you already knew deep down. If you enjoyed this, I'd love for you to subscribe and join me for what's next. And before you go, tell me something in the comments. What's the one piece in your wardrobe you always come back to? The thing you put on and instantly feel like yourself again? I genuinely want to hear.